Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to give a little bit of perspective on today, September 11th, 24 years after 9/11. And I know that a lot of the fellow instructors, some of the community may reference YouTube videos and the plethora of research prior, during, after, and how it's changed the scope of our landscape, not only in every aspect of American life, but how we've developed advanced policies for homeland security. We created new agencies in the federal government. And those things are all great. That's what we do professionally in our world of work. We're touched by it. We what we do touches everybody else. But my perspective is just a little bit different, and I know that delves away a little bit from this kind of forum. But a little bit of background. If we think about the event and we think about it's almost 25 years ago, there's a lot of people, good part of the population, that weren't even born when this happened. So we go back to the events of how many people were alive when JFK was assassinated. They remembered where they were, Pearl Harbor. I remember where I was at. And that's the basis of just this real quick, just pause to give a thought. And I hope everybody will take a second today just to reflect in their own way, just to give pause, because this truly was a generational moment in American history. So, myself, I was a police officer in Flint, Michigan, working the road, and I had just left the hospital. We were public safety officers, so we were certified police officers, and we were also paramedics. And I had the news radio on, and they mentioned the plane flew into the World Trade Center towers. And after that, probably 10 minutes later, more updates. They broke in live, and then our dispatch called everybody back in the office. So from that moment forward, everybody was recalled. And since I was a military reservist, by the end of that night, 6 p.m., I was back on active duty in the military, and I was in uniform for 6 years. So that's how it impacted me personally and my family. But I felt just a sense of utter shock. And this is in addition to being trained to be in that responder, to be in that cop on the street with those type of skills. It still just floored me. And then the second takeaway that I remember is that complete vengeance. I wanted revenge for what was done to us as a people and as a country. And I know that there's a lot of oral history that's been developed, and there's a lot of discussion of this. But it impacted me personally because I volunteered to go to Ground Zero. And because there were thousands of police departments, fire departments, EMS that went there, we staged and we kind of did a mutual aid support to backfill some of the agencies. We provided security. We helped staff some of the fire stations. I put my paramedic skills to use. But my takeaway was that just being in that area and seeing the people, how they were suffering and how they were dealing with it, my heart just broke. And, we're trained to be professional first, and then we deal with the critical incident stress later. Well, it's hard to do during that time. So I just wanted to pass that as just a little, personal view of what I went through. And hopefully everybody will take a moment and that will use this as an example to better us as a people and become and remain, especially during some of the times that we have now, that we're one people regardless of political views and things like that. And we really can't forget that. So everybody, thank you for listening, and have a great day.